Alright guys, welcome back for another video. We're going to continue on with our Fivem session here, trying to get this server up and running. Next thing we're going to be moving toward is probably just going to be adding our custom scripts, trying to change a few more things out. I think today we're going to work on some XMMX items. I will bring up his, let's see, bring up his shop here. Just a moment. Here we go. XMMX development. Here's his Discord or his shop. It's got quite a few things. I think the camping was pretty cool. I've got the cooking. Let's see. For QB. Like I said, I had this one. It's pretty cool. It pops tents and everything. I've got this in a different keymaster because I use it for a zombie server that we normally keep up during the winter. So that's where we have that at, because it's got the tent and the campfire and the grill and all kinds of things. And it looks like he's added more to it, but that's that one. This is the one we're going to work on today. This is the one we're going to use. This is the cooking script. It allows you to cook. It allows you to use the grills inside the server, the stoves in the houses for the MLOs, and then it allows you to set up your own grill. You can even use the coffee makers, the microwaves, things like that. I haven't looked if he's added anything new, to be honest, but that's what this one is. This is the one we're going to add. We'll have to add in the bridge as well. And we also have a couple other of his scripts. We have the morgue robbery, moonshine. I've got his news alert. We got this Bahama Mama script. We got this morgue robbery. It's pretty cool. You go in from the basement and work your way up, and somewhere inside the building there is a cache that you can loot. It's never always in the same place. It's somewhere inside. That's all you know. It's just somewhere inside. I've not tried any of the rest of them. He does, like I said, I do have his moonshine script. I tend to not use it because the cooking script does it. So it's like, why use an extra resource when you don't have to? It does all the exact same stuff. But he has a lot of good scripts. He's a really good developer. His stuff's usually really, really, really good. He has, let's see what kind of free stuff he's got here. So there's his bridge. What that is. Oh, it's a zoom or something. Zoom in on your character. I mean, I don't know where that would be a lot of use. It's not really like, oh, but it's something if you want. The mini games. I think it made me get that one. Maybe I think I've already installed it. But and then he has Radium. Now that's another thing we get into as well, is Radium. I didn't know he had Radium scripts, but is it for? It's for QBCore. Pretty neat. Didn't know that. So what kind of maps he's got? So photography studio. Photography. So basically photography studio. Okay. I mean, if you want to have a photographer, there you go. But yeah, he does really good with his stuff. I will link it in the video description. He does, like I said, his scripts usually are pretty good. I've not really had much of a problem out of them. I know he's a developer in another server, so I know he has a lot of time to perfect the issues. So let's get into this. It doesn't take a lot to install this one. It's mostly just dropping in items and pictures. So we'll do that. We'll do the bridge and get that out of the way. Probably the next one I'll do another one. We'll drop in the morgue robbery and the news alerts on the same one. Let's just see how long this video gets into. So let's jump back into it. Again, we're going to have to do the bridge, so let's get that out of the way. Okay, it's at the bottom. It's always a toss-up. Again, you don't have to do anything in these 99% of the time. I don't want to say every time because there's always that one. So we're going to drop the bridge in with this one. Okay. Right. Now, don't we go any further than that? Alright, let's get rid of that. We don't want any extra garbage floating around here. Get rid of that. Now, this is the one we're going to work with, so let's get it opened. Bam, bam, bam. There it is. XMMX, let's cook plus. Let's see here. Let's start with. Let's just do this. Alright, he does have a readme, so let's see what it says. Probably has a link. Nope. Straightforward. In the configs, you must review each file. Read the comments and adjust the preferences to the framework specifics. My advice would be to install this to your dev server to ensure that you have it set up correctly as you want it. The large scripts will take your time. Everything is configurable. I do my best to make plug and play with minor implements. For the items and images, you can add or remove items as you choose. So if an item is missing, you just have to create it. Basically what I said. If you messed up and forgot something, just add it. Don't message him and be like, I don't have this item, and just take the time to make it. It doesn't take very long. So basically for this install, you'll install the items and the pictures. You'll do the configs. So items, config, images, and note if you create or add items to the shop or recipes, then you must add the images in the images folder of this script. So I will show you where that is. So he has another images folder here. So if you make custom stuff, you'll have to put it in here so it shows up in the menus. Alright, so what we're going to do first is let's get these images out of the way. So again, QB inventory, I mean the classes apparently, images, and then you're going to do Control A over here, drag and drop, and again if you're using a Windows server, copy and paste, don't drag because it takes it out of your script. Now this script does have a lot of different stuff as you can see, so you've got chairs, tables, gazebos, griddles, crafting tables, hobo stoves, juicers, printers, TVs, weapons, and then you have a lot of items like moonshine, food, cappuccino, salads. I mean, it's actually added a lot of stuff to it. A lot of stuff. Wow. Yeah, he's definitely upgraded this since the last time I messed with it. Alright, so QB items. Wow. What a few. Tad come. Alright, let's do this. Copy. This. Begin to put in items. Go to QBCore. Shared. Items. Oh, yeah, we didn't do it right. And here, right click and open to use visual code. Alright, so we're back in here. So what we're going to, I'll leave the miscellaneous items at the top as much as I can. So I'll put in a little break, and then we're going to do this one. Well, this one has its own green belt at the top, so we'll just paste it in. Make sure they're all still on the line. Usually the first one messes up sometimes. There it is. So we'll drop this back, and then we'll push it out. That way you can see it as you're scrolling down, and you can see it in the side menu too. So if you're scrolling, you can see, the further you push these out and you leave little breaks between, you'll be able to see it. So you can see the break in this over here. It makes it a lot easier to move around. If you leave a big break, sometimes I will do that. I'll go down here and I will throw a couple extra lines in here, so that way when I'm scrolling down, I know where the QB's at. So I know that from this gap that all these are just the original default items. Let's save this, close it. Alright, so there's our items. Alright, now we got to do what? The config. So here's all the configs that you can change. So there's consumables, and then you've got recipes right here. Here's your recipes. So fried chicken. So your fried chicken is raw chicken, flour, veg oil, and the amount. So it's going to give you 2. So 1 and 1 and 1 gives you 2. 1 and 1 and 1 gives you. Pretty simple on that, looks like. But yeah, if you want to make new recipes, you just come in here and follow along. Okay. Close that one. And utilities. Let's see. That's a locked one. It does have a shop in it. So like it has a gas station, I mean a grocery store. So it'll have a shop where you can go in and buy things. I do recommend looking in here, and there should be a, let's see, depending on how you want to run, you should have a steel. There it is. You want to tab that out. There's a shine kit. Tab that out. Let's see. Moonshine. You want that to be illegal, right? Another one. Another one. I've learned with this one, you'll know it's moonshine because it says moonshine. So he did make it that much easier. I always recommend, depending on how you want to run it. I mean, if you're good with it, okay. But I say knock them out. Okay, so we're going to save this. The only reason I do it is because I use a different way of getting those items with Drug Creator, so that way it's out in the world, and it's easier for me to put it where it needs to be so that they can get what they need different ways. So let's see what we can work with. Let's see. These are prop items. We can mess with that. The next thing we need to do is this one. There we go. Alright. So you have to come back in here after you install it and then set it to false. So we have to come back in here once we start it the first time and then set it back. Okay, we don't want to debug. We don't have aux target. We have QB target. Okay. Inventory. We have again QB. So we need to put the images folder here for QB. So it is what? So it's QB inventory. Again, it's what? HTML. Images. There we go. So there is your, in case you need it, you can write it down really quick. QB inventory HTML images is where your images folder is. Okay. Alright, so let's continue down through here. Let's see. So you can use XM for the XM menu, UI for his built-in UI, QB for QB menu, or Oxlib. I'm just going to leave it alone for now. and if I like it, we'll leave it. If not, we can try the QB later. So we'll leave all this the same. We don't mess with any of this for now. We're using X sound. We're good there. Okay. Say props. Looks like it's got a mini game in there, so maybe one that they have. We're gonna do QB on this one. QB. We may need to check their bridge too. Alright. Alone. That's good. Save that. We're going to check the bridge in a moment. So we're done with this. So we're going to be back. Alright, so we got that. Now all we have to do is go over here, and this is a crafting script really. So we'll put it here. Excuse me. Subscriber messaged me about an item they needed work on. And again, guys, we do have a Discord. I linked it in the it's in the comments in the Discord. I mean in the YouTube in the comment section there on the channel. It's there. I'm going to add it on to my actual contacts as well. It's for Reckless Development. That is my Discord server for all of our building, all of the server buildings. They all go through Reckless Development. I used to use my own, but we just use that one now. So I'll have that link. So if you guys want to check that out, we do try to add a couple of keep 2 or 3 servers running during the year, on and off. Usually a lot during the winter. I'll run up to 3. I'll have the Radium, a zombie server, kind of like 7 Days to Die meets Fivem, and my Red Dead server. Alright, so we've got everything moved over. Alright, let's look back down here. So we've got that one and that one. Let's do this one. Let's get this one out of the way. This one's a funny one. It allows you to be a news guy, and it comes up on the bottom of the screen. Let's see, news alerts. Alright, and this one is really simple to install. You just got to add this. I think you add it to, oh yeah, add it to interact sound. So you go in here, and then you go to the server or client. Yeah, client, HTML, sounds, and then you just drag this over here. There it is. And then that's pretty much it. You can do the config on it. It does have a few things you can change up, but it's basically just reporter and news alert. That's all you need to do. Job name's reporter, command is news alert, and you type in what you want to say, and then it puts a sends out a horn, and then it says breaking news, and then whatever you put in there will be at the bottom. And you can do this in game. So, alright, so let's get this one in there too. Let me put it the same in there. Let's see. Got it there. Go to scripts. Let's do this. New directory, because this is kind of a job. Someone, you know, someone might be a news reporter. So, I'll make a alert for jobs, because we'll have a few of those as we move along. Let's just drop that right in there. Pretty simple. And again, that is on their his XMMX scripts. That is on his page. Purchase if you'd like to have that as well. So we've got all those installed. Now what we're going to do is jump back down here to the good old TXIBM. Scroll it around to the bottom, and we're going to give it a flip. Again, guys, while you're hanging out, if you don't mind, if you'd like, comment, you can even subscribe to the channel. Like and comment does help us push out the channel to more people, and the more people that see it, the better. The more people know about it, they can get, you know, someone, you never know, someone might need help with a script or be looking into getting a script and don't know that they can install them. It's just as easy as this. And again, if you guys need help with any scripts, please feel free to comment on the video, especially this one that we have already put up. Comment in that video. Let me know that you need help. Then go to the Discord, and because I'll ask you, you know, if you ask for help in the Discord, if you comment on the video, then we'll try to help you out. Mainly because the comments do help with getting YouTube to agree with pushing the videos out. All right. So we've got us a good old restart there. Let's jump back up here, and I will start Fivem. Mainly, I want to see that the store is showing up on the map, and that we can use the reporter. And since the last time I did make some changes, I did take out the OK spawn selector. We're back to the original one, but we did make some changes. But mainly the reason I did that, I took out the apartments to start. So when you load into my server, you don't get the starting apartment because no one uses them. And so you start at the airport, and you only get last location. So see, you only get last location. I'm going to add on police station as well. Reason being is if something happens, I want you to be able to go somewhere else. So we're going to try to come up with a couple of different places, but they're not going to be somewhere out in the open. It may be the airport. Alright, so here we are on top of a building here that I spawned on earlier. Alright, so let's look at the map. We should have, let's see, there it is. There's the shops. you can move this guy um, wherever you want him to be, and you can change the head. I do recommend doing that. There's your shop. There you go. Got furniture. You can set these out. You can actually sit in a chair. Appliances you can buy. You can put these in your apartments and stuff. Groceries, meats, produce, dairy, fruit, general stuff, and then just everything. You got Eggo waffles, pancakes, all kinds of stuff. Alright, so that's in there. Let's check this. No errors. Okay, great. Now we're going to p/set job 1 recorder. I think it starts with 0 for that one. There it is. p/news alert. In a minute. There it is. Alright, cool. Alright, so that's got installing the Let's Cooking script and installing our news alert for XMMX. Again, I'll link both of those in the video description below. Feel free to check them out. Again, he's a pretty good developer. He's in another server, so he does have time to get in there and check these scripts out to make sure they're working, make sure they're doing the right things. And again, like, comment, subscribe, share the video with everyone you know that needs some help with their server, or is looking for this kind of content, or is thinking about getting into Fivem. Like I said, this is going to go from ground level all the way to a fully functioning Fivem server. We have a lot of scripts we're going to go through before it's over, so it's a good, go ahead and hit that notification bell as well, so you can check up on what we're doing next. Looks like the next one, like I said, we will be finishing up this segment of it with the XMMX scripts. We'll be getting the morgue robbery out of the way, as well as, what was the other, the Bahama Mama. We'll look at it. I don't know if I'm going to add it yet, because I haven't got the MLO in yet, but I will show you how to install it. We'll look at it. But yeah, that's it. Going to be it for this video. Again, guys, like and comment for us. That does help the channel growth and get our videos out there. And hit that bell so you can be here for the next video. And again, thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you in the next one.